Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and we have a new comic book at a crazy scarce limited run here on Veve that's dropping on Tuesday. This is actually only a 5,000 mint run, which joins some very elite company on Veve for Scarce comics. Now, this comic is also quite scarce in the real world, so I'm going to talk all about it, show you my price predictions of what I think it could actually go for in the Veve market after, and also talk about how much it's going to be worth in the real world. And you can do this some thoughts there, and you can see just as a reference point, right? So if you do like this video, make sure you hit like, and also make sure you comment down below. Let me know if you're going after this one. I think this could be a really good one potentially to stack as well for future like master collector, but also just for value, because scarcity is crazy, right? I mean, in this app, if you get something that is super scarce, even if it's not the most popular comic or collectible, it can still reach really good returns if you're looking to flip down the road. But you never know. We'll see what happens. But this is the Medium article right here. I waited until they brought it out because I was curious to see what they would do with this comic, because it's kind of an odd comic to throw out at this time, you know, because it actually is the first appearance of Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts. Now, if you remember Happy Hogan, you know, that's the character from the Iron Man. That's Jon Favreau, right? That's Happy, right? You know, remember Pepper Potts, you know, I mean, she's also in the Iron Man movies as well. So this is quite interesting. They put it out now, you know, because you thought that that whole storyline might be kind of finished. But Happy is with Spider-Man and helping him out, but at the same time, not anymore, because if you watch the MCU, and this is a spoiler alert for the last Spider-Man movie, nobody knows who Peter Parker is anymore. So that relationship between Happy and Peter Parker with the Iron Man stuff is like completely gone now for the next movie. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do. But here are the covers right here. They look really cool. This is a really great, fun, like Silver Age book, another old school one, right? And you can see the cover right there. Jack Frost is in there as well, which is also kind of a funny one, but also right here, Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan. They're down there helping out, and you can see there's the cover right there. He kind of looks like Jon Favreau. I don't think this one's going to be like super popular to go after the secret rare, but I think the common and the uncommon and the rare, ultra rare, which looks pretty cool because it's Iron Man's original type suit, I think this one could be a really good one, like they have to stack up. Now, check this out. This is crazy. 5 editions, 5,000 total. So this joins a couple of other comics that we have on the app, like Tarzan of the Apes 209. That one's about the same, I believe, or actually a little bit lower. The Marvel Spotlight 4. Okay, that one right there has 3,000 commons as well. Tarzan of the Apes 208. Avengers Annual 10 has 4,500. So this is actually lower. And the only ones that are lower than this are Amazing Spider-Man 252, you know, the famous one. There's only 425 commons on that one. So that one's super crazy. So this one joins Marvel Spotlight 4, which is the first appearance of that book, you know, that's in the movies and stuff like that. And of course, you know, the Tarzan of the Apes 208. So this is really in rarefied air right here. Classic cover 3,000. And the true belief, the secret rare is only 125. Of course, there's less than 100 because they hold a few back. A total of 87 editions are, you know, with here. I think there's 108 of these, maybe. I'm not exactly sure how many secret rares there are, but it is really scarce. Now, if you go over to the real world value, because we like to do this just to see, like, for reference about this book, this is very valuable, but it's also because it's super scarce. 23,000 on a 9.6. There's only a couple graded, you know, so it's not like crazy valuable, but it's definitely got some good value to it. You can see down here at about an 8.0 is kind of around the most grades, around 1,700 US or so. So it's not a, like, you know, a throwaway comic. It's definitely got some really good value. If you go over to, you know, eBay, and we like to look at, like, and see what's going on over there. A good example is a 6.0 right here going for about 1,400 US. And there's 11 people watching it right there. You can see the different copies right there. If you actually just search the Fetch Mass, you could pick up a here's a good one right here, good example, about 250 Canadian or about 220 US for a raw copy, just like ungraded. So you can see it's definitely got some good value to it. If we scroll down here to the sold items, I always like to look at the solds, and you can see that this one went for just under 400 or 500 right here. This one about 400. This 3.0 went for just about 400 on the 21st Canadian. So you can see that you can pick one of these up in the real world, a low graded copy for pretty good. And it's just another key issue, you know, over time. We'll see what they do in the future with these two characters and see how they look. They kind of, to me, seem to more represent the previous era and phases of the MCU, but, you know, we'll see what they do, right? Anyway, you guys let me know if you're going for this one. I would suggest going for it because I would think that this two right here are going to be pretty good. I think that the common and the uncommon will definitely go over retail over time because people will stack this away. They're so scarce that they're definitely going to go over retail. The other variants right here, I think the secret rare will probably go for around 100 or so. The rare and the ultra rare, I think will go for like, standard. I think the ultra rare will probably be about 45 or something like that, around that range. But the secret rare, because it's so scarce, it will go for just about 100 or more. But then if people decide to scoop this up, it could vault up to like 200-300 just because of scarcity alone. If you look at the common and the uncommon, if you get these ones right here and you stack a bunch away, you might be able to turn a little profit on these later down the road, even if it's 3 or 4 gems. So it definitely could be one that you could put aside for that reason. For sure, right? But it's definitely a scarce one, and we'll see. Like I said, if you watch my video before about the scarce era in Veve, we are now entering into this time. We've been here for a while where we're getting these super scarce drops, and we'll see where it goes. If they do this with a massive comic like Hulk #1, it's just going to be crazy. So during this time, these are the comics you might want to focus on long term, just to kind of put away because they're so scarce compared to the previous ones we had over a year ago. And in the future, when we have the app opens up and we get all more users back and everything, those edition sizes are going to raise up again, right? So this is interesting. I'm really curious. I'll be going for it. Let me know if you will too. Anyway, good luck on the drop and happy collecting.